my name is Alejandra from the Chicago Public Library STEAM team. And today I am here bringing you a fun little art project that you can do with stuff that you might have just laying around the house. Our summer learning challenge this year is called Building Stories, which is a focus on architecture. So a type of art that you might see in architecture is stained glass. So stained glass has been around for hundreds of years. The ancient Romans and the Egyptians used to use it to make like little tiles or to enhance the things they wanted to sell. But you might have seen stained glass more as a window, and those you might have seen in churches or mosques or synagogues because they're very ornate and very, very beautiful. So today we are going to make our own version of a stained glass window. Ta-da! And one of the best locations that you could see stained glass is actually right here downtown at our Chicago Cultural Center. There is a huge dome just full of like colored glass. It's absolutely gorgeous. So maybe you can go visit that soon. All right, let's get started on our stained glass window. Okay, so the materials you'll need to make your version of a stained glass window are, you'll need some scissors, you'll need a paintbrush, you'll need some liquid glue and a little bit of water, which I have here in the cup to thin it out. 2 papers of construction paper. It could be black. Black is kind of the one we recommend because it looks like the lead in stained glass. But if you don't have black, you can use any kind of color. Wax paper, which you can find in your kitchen if you like to make cookies. And then a bunch of different colored tissue paper, which you might have from saved gifts from the year. And I think that's it. All right, and let's get started. Okay, so you want to take your 2 pieces of paper, put them on top of each other. And then I'm going to make a basic rectangle design. So I am going to take short end to short end, just crease it a little bit so it stays there when you're cutting it. Okay, so you are going to cut the inside out so we get a nice frame. And here you can kind of make whatever shape you want. I'm making the window rectangle shape, but you can make a heart, you can do a diamond, you can do any kind of shape you want to play with. It really lets you be creative. So I'm going to hold the end just so it stays a little close. And there it goes. It'll be a little off because you're cutting 4 pieces of paper, but that's okay. Then it'll come out looking nice, no problem. All right, and then this part. There we go, your middle's out. And now you have your 2 frames. All right, so I'm gonna put 1 frame away because that'll be used at the end. And now what you need is your wax paper. So take your wax paper and just cut out enough that it looks like it'll cover the inside. So let me pull it up for you so you can see. It'll be like this. So what I like to do is I will glue this part of my frame and then work my way down. So you want to take your liquid glue, put it in a cup, and just kind of squeeze out a nice layer at the bottom. So you're not going to use that much, but you're going to use enough. All right, so I got a nice just little layer, a little bit more. And I just took a little bit of water just to thin it out. Something to just mix it up. Because we don't want it to be too thick when we're putting the tissue paper. Just a little bit more. All right. There you go. Take paintbrush and the glue, and I just kind of stick it right here. And I just lay it right on top. You're going to cut it, so don't worry about it being perfect. There you go. And now I took all of my tissue paper and I made all of these little rectangles and squares, but you can also use this as a way to be creative, and you can make triangles, hearts. If you have little stamps, you could stamp out any kind of design that you want. If you want it to be an easier activity, because this is more of like a mosaic stained glass, you can just cut your tissue paper into long strips and just connect it like that. But all right, so I'm gonna start. So you're gonna take your cut up pieces, and then I'll do it this way so you can see. I just go up, and I just start putting it down. And you just want to make sure that they connect, that there's no space in between, but you can kind of put it however you want. You can use any colors that you want. If you want to just do one color with multiple shades, like all blue and turquoise, or all red and use some pink, it is up to you. I'm just going to do the top layer, and then you can mix. This is also a great way to incorporate math concepts, because shapes are math, but you can also be like, oh, how many little squares can I put in one row? Or how many do I think it'll take to fill up my whole paper? There's a lot of things you can talk about while you do this activity. All right, so see, I have kind of my base. And once you put your layer, take a little bit of glue again, and you just kind of spread that out so it sticks down and gets you ready to put your next layer. Okay, once you're all done putting all of your pieces, just get some glue on the tops and the sides so we can connect our frame. There we go, we have a part of our stained glass window. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna turn it upside down. And I know, a little nervous because you put some glue, it's okay. Just turn it around, and then glue the black frame so you can see it through the wax paper. So just put some glue there, because that's where we're going to connect our other black rectangle that we cut out. So here we go. Just try to line them up. So we have our frame, and all we're going to do is we are going to cut all of the wax paper out so we can't see it. Oops, that's all my paper. Let's clean up tops. Oh, there goes all of my little sheets. Okay, so I cleaned up our frame. Now you can leave it like this if you want, or if you want to kind of do what I did, I just cut out a circle, some triangles, some diamonds, and you can just glue it right on top. And then you just leave it to dry, and you're all done. You have your stained glass window. Just hang it up right in front and get some sunlight through there. right. And if you are participating this summer in our Summer Learning Challenge, there are 3 things you have to do to complete it. You have to read, discover, and create. And this activity counts as your create. And to help you out with reading your 500 minutes, here are some books that kind of connect to our activity. So we have Crescent Moons and Pointed Minarets by Hannah Khan. We have Watch This, a book about making shapes. And we have Prairie Boy. Frank Lloyd Wright turns the heartland into a home. Thank you so much for participating in this and being a part of our Summer Learning Challenge and virtual programming. And we'll see you next time.